Hey, it's Vicky and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today I thought it would be really fun if we did a little Valentine's Day get ready with me from start to finish, hair, makeup, outfit, the whole 9 yards. So I thought that would be fun for the cutest holiday. So if that's something that you would like to see, make sure that you keep watching. But before I get into the video, I really quickly just wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you doing? Make sure that you go subscribe right down below and make sure that you hit that little notification bell so that you never miss an upload from me. And if you like this video while you're watching this video, make sure that you like the video. It helps me out along the way. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to today's video. Alright you guys, so for this really bold look, I'm going to start out by doing my eyes. I'm using this e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, and it's actually my first time using it. At first I had a little difficulty trying to blend this out. It was a little bit dry, and then I just kind of worked it in, kind of melted a little bit better, and it started blending out. This normally isn't the case when I use eyeshadow primer, so just keep that in mind. But I did like how it ended up blending out overall and how my shades, spoiler alert, blended over top of this. So the first eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using for this look is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I really do like this palette a lot. It's really great for providing those really pretty rich red shades and having complementary colors in that palette. I again will say that these blended over top of this primer so well, and I wanted it to be a more neutral transition because red is such a powerful color obviously, and so I really wanted there to be something that would kind of be able to stand up to that. And I also wanted to moisturize my lips a little bit because they were looking a little dry, they were feeling a little bit dry, and I didn't want you guys looking at my horrible looking lips for the rest of the video, so you're welcome. So I'm just blending this out with my fluffy brush, and this is definitely the type of brush that I love using for a great transition. So now I'm taking the Storybook Cosmetics palette. I'm a little bit upset with the brand because there's been some controversy with them and BoxyCharm, but I do really like this palette a lot, and I think that this red shade is so pretty and it would make this look so beautiful and over the top. So I'm just blending that into my crease right over top of that reddish brown that I had already laid down. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to overpower it and go in straight with the most intense, strong, and powerful red. You kind of want to build up to that color and then make it so that everything just blends nicely and seamlessly without looking super harsh or super dramatic in a negative way. So you might notice that I'm blending this into my inner corner a little bit, and that's just because I really want this to be a very bold kind of look. And I think that sometimes it's okay to bring a little bit of depth into that inner corner as long as you come back later and you bring more light to the area so that it's not just looking dark and looking stark. It can be really great for adding dimension and not just like adding a a downpour of color, if that makes sense. So I'm also just blending the shade onto my other eye, and I really am liking how this is building up so far. I didn't have any doubt that these two palettes would work well together. They're both really great, blendable, beautiful palettes, and I just knew that they would complement each other really well. So I'm just blending this in. You might notice that it is a little bit of a shimmery red, which I know that some people are very adamant that you don't bring any shimmer into the crease because that's supposed to be where your shadows lie, and I totally get that. That makes a ton of sense. But I thought that this shade would look really great in that spot. Little dance break to Bang Bang, of course. Now I'm going back into that Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm taking the shade Red Ochre, and this is going to just be deepening that crease. Like I said earlier, how I had the shimmery one, this matte red is just going to bring that depth, bring that dimension that I didn't bring in earlier with that shimmery red. You'll probably notice that I'm concentrating this deeper shade on the outer corner. I'm doing that just because it's going to make my eyes look more awake and give me that dramatic, sexy look that I'm looking for this sexy holiday, of course. So I'm just blending that out. And I wanted to ask you guys, how do you like this style of video so far? I thought it'd be fun to do it this way so that you guys could see the music that I'm listening to and dancing to, of course, but also like have music that kind of correlates to the music that I'm listening to so that you guys can bop along with me. So it's kind of like we're doing our makeup together. So let me know if this is something that you would like, or if not, that's cool too, but I thought that this would be a fun concept. So I'm just blending that out a little bit better into my outer corner. Hi guys, it's Final Cut Vicky, and I just wanted to say that if my voice sounds really weird in and out of this video, it is because, spoiler alert, I have been very sick this week and I cannot let that get in the way of getting my job done. So really quickly, just wanted to say that. Alright, back to the video. I'm gonna take that fluffy brush in just a second that I use for the shade Red, and I'm gonna start diffusing that, and it's a little bit fluffier of a brush, and it's just gonna give me that more diffused look, just like it's doing right now. So I'm just blending those two shades together and making sure that everything is nice and beautiful and seamless. Followed by, again, another dance break. Ooh, look at that dab, girl! Alright, so now I'm going to take the shade Peril on my finger, and I'm just going to dab that onto my eye. And I like using my finger for things like this because it gives me a little bit better control, but also my fingers give it a little bit more of a warmth so that it applies nice and beautifully. And it kind of blends it together. My finger does a really great job blending everything together and looking, I don't know, great in my opinion. Oh, look at those moves. Look at those TikTok dances, girl. You better kill it, girl. Yes. All right, now I'm gonna take the shade Vermeer and I'm gonna put that right on my brow bone and blend that into the red. Don't worry, I know that that light is kind of absorbing that red, but I'm gonna blend right back on top of that, and so that everything looks nice and blended and seamless. Look at that. Alright, and I'm also going to take that shade Vermeer and I'm going to put that on my lid in just the inner third of my eye, and I'm doing that to bring a little bit more light and to make it so that it's not a entirely just stark red look. I'm just going to dance a little bit and blend that out. And so now that all that's done, I'm going to take my Neutrogena makeup remover wipes and I'm going to just remove everything that fell out under my eye so that none of it gets mixed in with my foundation. Alright, so taking my Benefit the Professional primer, I'm just going to apply this to my face. And at first I really didn't like this primer, I'm going to be honest, just because I have dry skin. But I've started to appreciate the way that it will make my foundation look overall. So I'm also going to take my Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I love this primer so much. It just makes me look so glowy, honestly. Today it made me look like the Tin Man, but I'm not mad at it because at the end of the day, I looked glowy. So I'm not going to be mad at a couple seconds of looking like the Tin Man. So now I'm taking my favorite foundation of all time, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation, and I'm applying this to my face, just dotting it on and buffing it out with my It Cosmetics for Ulta Celestial Foundation Brush. This is great for making my skin look so airbrushed and glowy and just beautiful every day. Like, it looks great on camera and it looks great in person. I just love it. I live for it. It's incredible. So I'm just applying this all over my face and having little sporadic dance breaks, but it's that Valentine's Day buzz, you guys. It's just the cutest, happiest time of the year, at least for me. Maybe it's because I'm booed up, because well, even when I was single, I still loved Valentine's Day. I just liked it for myself and like treating myself and getting myself chocolates and just being, I don't know, extra in my own way. So now I'm just going to be moving on to my concealer. I'm taking my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer and I'm going to apply this under my eyes, on my nose, on my chin, my Cupid's bow, and also on my forehead and a little bit around my mouth. You'll probably see later that I'm going to keep applying a little bit more concealer because I just want to be a full coverage goddess today, you guys. So back to talking about Valentine's Day. I don't know, I feel like this is like my radio hour. Going back to Valentine's Day, even when I was single, I loved it, but I think that people expect me to be like super extra on Valentine's Day just because I'm extra every day. I don't know, in my relationship, my boyfriend and I are just very low-key people where we can just do anything and have the best time together. Do that every day, I guess. I don't know, I don't want to be that like cliche girl like every day is Valentine's Day, but it really is. And I don't know, I think that that's really important to having a healthy relationship. And yeah, I don't know. Where am I going with this? So lately I've been actually setting down my concealer, which I hadn't done for a very long time. So right now I'm taking my foundation brush and my concealer brush and blending out all of the fine lines or anywhere that anything could settle. And I'm actually going to be baking my face with my Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder, which you guys saw me haul like 6 months ago, honestly, and I kind of used it for a little bit and then stopped using it because I stopped using powder, even though this powder is incredible. And recently I just picked it back up out of my drawer and I started using it again, and I've been loving it. And I don't know, you guys, I might be a believer again in powder for maybe, I don't know, the time being. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just buff away all of that baking that I did. All of that hard work gone down the drain. Well, not down the drain, but just gone. So you know it's Valentine's Day, so I have to use my favorite, love, my Benefit Hoola bronzer in the shade Caramel. I am so obsessed with this bronzer that I've had to tell myself to use other products. It's that bad, but my love and appreciation for this bronzer has no bounds. It just blends out so perfectly. It makes my skin look so beautiful. Every single person that I've ever seen use this bronzer just looks like a sun-kissed goddess no matter what season it is. It's so beautiful. I love that they have an extended shade range so that you can get it if you are fair skinned. And you can also get it if you have a really rich skin tone, which I think is really great because we're starting to see that diversity. So now I'm actually just carving out my nose using that Hoola bronzer on a Japanese. I honestly think it's an eyeshadow brush, but I use it to blend out my contour on my nose and it looks so great. It's my favorite trick in the book. It just makes my nose look so snatched, so chiseled, incredible, just beautiful. Now, this is a little bit excessive and I don't do this every single day, but I'm gonna take my banana powder and put that along where I contoured to add some light. Makes a world of difference. I don't know how it does it, but it does. Just the shade and light. And I'm taking the Hoola Toasted, which is also a Hoola bronzer range by Benefit, but it's my perfect contour shade and I just like using that to chisel out my face, and then I blend it out with my Hoola Caramel. And that's my key, my spoiler, my secret to perfectly chiseled, contoured, I don't know, facial features. So I guess now you guys can clock me when I'm not wearing it, or you guys can catfish. I don't know, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, girl, if you're gonna catfish, do it on Valentine's Day. You better get your little I don't know, chocolates and teddy bear, whatever, I don't know. So now I'm gonna take the banana powder one last time and I'm carving everything out. Now, you know it wouldn't be a 2020 Vicky video if I didn't talk about Kylie Cosmetics and Baddie on the Block. It is my favorite blush at the moment. I'm just obsessed with it. It's so beautiful on every single skin tone that I've ever seen it on. I keep saying that, but there are so many products that are just universally good, and this is one of them. And I just think it's so cute and romantic, and it gives my skin that perfect blushy blush. And then I'm going to brush away all of that banana powder that I put on. So this highlight that I'm using is actually a collaboration with a YouTuber, Nabella Noor, and the brand e.l.f. And I love her channel so much. She's the one who I got the inspiration for having glass reusable straws in my house, and my life has forever been changed. I also really like watching her channel because she's also in an interracial relationship, and seeing the difficulties that she and her husband went through, kind of correlating with some of the expectations or societal pressures that my boyfriend and I have experienced. So it's really nice to, I don't know, hear somebody else's story, and I really like her channel for that. But I also really like this highlight and how it's making my skin look like I'm glowing for the gods. So now I'm taking this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and setting my face and moving on to my eyes. So going onto my brows, I'm taking the Benefit Ka-Brow. This is like a brow gel and my shade is the shade 6. I've been using this a lot more recently. I used to not like brow gels, but this one has kind of changed the way that I feel about them. This one isn't like that waxy, gross kind of feeling. It's really soft and it mimics your brow hairs really nicely, and it doesn't harsh any lines. It just makes everything look really nice and blended, especially since I like using brow gels and I also like using brow powders. So these all together really mix well together, and I really like that I can get those really nice brush strokes that I'm looking for as well. So I'm taking the Benefit brow setter and I'm setting down my brows, and I like this as well for just making everything look really nice and cohesive. I feel like I can really tell a difference in how my brows used to look and how they look now, and I'm way more impressed with my brows now than I ever was. Moving on to liner, I'm going to take these Urban Decay Glide On eye pencils. I'm going to take the shade Demolition for my lower lash line. It's a really nice deep brown and it helps deepen my lower lash line without it looking too dark. And I'm just going to sharpen this one because it was hella dull, and I'm just going to blend this out on my upper lash line. And I'm not doing a full wing. I feel like this look is already so dramatic. I don't need a whole nother wing to take care of. So I'm just making my top lash line look a little bit deeper so that I can go ahead and put on my fake lashes. Now I'm going to take the shade Red Ochre and I'm going to blend that along my lower lash line to make the top and the lower lash line look more cohesive and make it a whole eye look instead of looking like two separate parts, so it all looks blended and cohesive. Now I'm taking the Modern Renaissance shade Vermeer and I'm going to put that in my inner corner and add some light so that everything looks really nice and light and airy. And for mascara, I'm taking the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. This is so great for adding volume and making your lashes look super big. And I thought that Lancome was like a cute little sexy brand to add for this because it's Valentine's Day and like, I don't know, nothing says like classic luxury than Lancome. Now I'm taking the Benefit Roller Lash and I'm putting that on my lower lash line to give my lower lash that definition so that it doesn't look lost when I put on my fake lashes. The liquid lipstick that I'm going to be using is Sepia by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the lip liner that I'm going to be using is Copenhagen by NYX. For my edges, I like to use the Got To Be Glued spiking gel, and I usually use an edge brush, but I could not find it for the life of me. I searched high and low for that thing and it was nowhere to be found. So I just grabbed an unused toothbrush and I am just brushing my baby hairs in the front and making sure that they are glued down so that it kind of gives me that cute little Instagram baddie look where everything just looks like nice and sleek and like hot. I don't know. So now I'm just moving on to the other side, making sure that those baby hairs are also all gelled and kind of like patting it in so that it doesn't have that shiny, sheer kind of glisten to it. So then I'm taking out my bun and I'm taking out one scrunchie just to put in, you guessed it, another scrunchie. So I'm just going to put my hair into a half ponytail, or at least I'm gonna try to put my hair into a half ponytail. I have no clue why it was such a struggle for me to get it up there, but it just was not working, honey. I'm telling you. So we got round two. This time it actually seemed to work, and I actually like the way that it made my face look. It kind of looked like I had like a facelift. It pulled everything back and everything looked nice and tight and sleek, and I don't know, like 1990s baddie kind of vibes. I was here for it. I thought that this look was perfect for the outfit that I chose. It's a Heathers inspired look, but first I'm gonna put in these heart earrings. I got them from Target. They are from the Wild Fable line. They were on sale. I don't know if they're still there, but you can always check and see if they are still in stock. So now we're gonna move on to my outfit, which I was so excited to wear. I picked it out because I thought that it would look perfect with the eye look that I did. And I don't know, when I had it on, I totally got Heather Chandler vibes from the musical Heathers. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm obsessed with old movies and I'm also very obsessed with musicals, and Heathers is one of my favorite ones. And this is totally making me live out my, I don't know, musical theater kid dreams. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below by liking this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you'd like to. And while you're down there, make sure that you hit that little notification bell so that you never miss an upload from me. But until the next time, stay kind, keep creating, take care of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.